Yo, what's going on YouTube? Dirty Gaming coming back with another Rise of Kingdoms video, another whale watching Wednesday for you. And I just wanted to jump on and just maybe grab some feelers out there. The videos I've noticed that I've been putting out on Whale Watch have kind of started getting a little bit longer. That's kind of attributed to me getting a little bit more comfortable and kind of diving into some more questions with the person that I'm reviewing the account on, but also each person is also going to be different. They're going to know a little bit more about their account, or they're going to want to talk about their accounts a little bit more. So I do as much as I can on my end to cut out my fluff, because I will kind of affirm things while I'm talking with the person, and I want there to be some clear dialogue that's going on in our Discord calls. So I tend to cut out a lot of the fluff that I talk on, but I try to leave as much of the substance from the actual player of the account. So I just wanted to jump on real quick and just say, get a gauge, leave something for me down in the comments if you would like a little bit shorter videos from the 20 to 30 minute range, even if that means cutting out some of the substance from the person that I'm reviewing. Or are you okay with getting a little bit more of the chunk with a little bit more of the fluff, and getting more of what the person is talking about from their account? So thank you guys for all the support on the series. It's definitely been a little bit of work, but I'm really enjoying reviewing all of these accounts and getting to know the people behind the accounts. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I guess that would be a good way. Is there are 44 there? I have 44 rare inscriptions. So pity wise, that would be
4 special inscriptions, roughly.
Yeah, roughly
Yeah.
4. Though I think I'm at 6, so I have been lucky.
Cool. So welcome back to another Whale Watch episode. I am here with another member of the 2293 gang, who I've gone to kind of know and love throughout the past few years. A lot of these guys, pop on stream, help support the channel. And yeah, I would consider us all friends, over the past few years. So today we're joined by Sasuke. He's another Garrison captain and just straight up whale for 2293. Over the past few years has kind of dropped in to the stream and like shared his stuff with me, and I'm like, you know what, he would probably be another good candidate after doing this with Mori. So Sasuke, welcome to the stream, or to the welcome to the video. How you doing? Thanks for taking the time.
Good. Thanks for having me. It's been definitely a very interesting start to KVK.
Yeah, one where it's like it was definitely unfortunate because, honestly, like, you guys did a hell of a job last KVK. I think we did a hell of a job. We needed to fix a few things on our end in terms of like having the swarm support, and like if we were able to just straight up run it back without GT, kind of like dismantling, like I would have been all for it. But unfortunately we got what we got, but we get to farm up a little bit extra, and we'll probably see each other in the next KVK cycle, because we'll probably both be going in first pop. So a little extra time to prepare, I guess.
Yeah, and they got to fix the bugs for Troy if that's available.
Yes, this is true too. This is very true. I'm quite looking forward to that. That looks like a really sick game mode. All right, so I guess we can start off like we normally do. If you would like to pull up your SVIP, we'll see how long the account's been running, and then kind of talk us through what got you into playing Rise of Kingdoms. I know we were talking a little bit about it before. And how long have you been in 2293?
Yeah, so I think 2,000 days, if I think about it, it's roughly 5 years? 6 years?
Yep.
Yeah, I was still in college working a part-time job, and a coworker and I were playing Summoner's War at the time, and he brought me onto this game. And so we both started an account. He actually started his account as an Itachi name.
Okay.
Like, you should do Sasuke. Quit within a month of the game, and I got addicted. It's the easiest way to put it.
I feel like that's usually the case too.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I I love it. I started off in 1833. Was the first kingdom I was in.
okay.
Eight low A seed, high B seed, I guess is
Mm-hmm.
the best way to put it. I wasn't in leadership, and I was one of the few garrisons at the time, so I wasn't really that focused as I am now on the game. But
Okay.
it was one of those things I zeroed my account every single KVK. I would random TP in swarm cities and let my city get swarmed with my garrison, and just kill as much troops as I can.
I like it. So you've been whaling out pretty much since day one, essentially, ish.
It's, I would say I didn't truly start hard, like
Mm-hmm.
spending. So KVK 3, I slow rolled T5. I did not
Okay.
instantly I didn't go KVK 1 T5.
Gotcha. Okay. Which I feel like is like an appropriate approach, right? Because you at that point, like, if you're not going to have the amount of troops to sustain all the gear and commanders that you're going to have anyway, like, what's the point? So,
Yeah.
cool. So I guess on the topic of zeroing your account and swarming cities and whatnot, let's take a look at your stats if you could pull those up. And one thing I have to ask too. So it's a rolling theme, and I know you watched Maury's video. Do you not play on PC either?
So I actually just got a PC. This was gonna be the first KVK I did
Okay,
on PC when able to.
gotcha.
I've
Okay,
always run iPad Pro. When the iPad Pro came out 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I got that in the 13-inch, and I've been playing on that.
okay.
I've upgraded iPad Pros.
That's fair. At least it's not like Maury who's still playing on a goddamn mobile phone, which is like it's honestly insane to think about because of all the Imperium KVKs that you guys have been in.
Yes. Well, I still do if I'm on the road traveling or whatnot. I'll still play on my phone, and I think for me and Maury, garrisoning wise,
True.
the
It's a
phone the phone is more than enough because you're focused solely on the garrison. You don't.
mm-hmm.
I rarely send like if I'm in a garrison, unless I'm hard swarming the rally. Um, I only have that one march, and that's all I'm focused on is making sure we swap out garrisons timely
Mm-hmm. Kingdom
and all that.
kingdom forward thinking, and we can kind of see from the kill points as well, like again, like you and Maury's kill points like aren't like insane, but some of those true stats are going to be found within the deads, as is for most garrison captains. And then garrison captains in general just don't really get a lot of KP, essentially. Some of the people who are mindseted like you, who it's just like, I'm gonna garrison, that's my role, and that's what we're gonna do. um
Really
so
only focus on one set of gear,
yes, yeah.
and we make all of our adjustments to that one set. Now I've expanded since then to now include to better my other gear so I can increase my kill points, and that's showing slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, that dead number is where most of
Yeah,
my where my
67.4.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
67.4 million dead. So Maury's account's slightly older than yours, and he does have a little bit of a leg up in the amount of deads, but I'm sure you'll catch
Right.
him soon.
Well, and like actually we never got to when I got to 2293. I got to 2293
Oh
for
yeah,
their
that's right.
KVK2. So
Okay.
I went through 2 seasons of SOCE when it first came out in
Mm-hmm.
1833. I actually faced Mimi
Mm,
and held a flag against Mimi and her swarm for the longest time.
nice.
And we also played uh, back before, like it was our what now 4 years ago. I believe it was 1834. Was one of the bigger kingdoms at the time, not on Imperium
Mm-hmm.
size like some of the older ones, but just another like beast
Yeah.
kingdom that had multiple 500 million power accounts.
So been in 2293 roughly, let's what, 4 years then, I would say.
I believe so, yes, because
Okay.
yeah, it would have been their KVK2. I came over when the rest of the group that migrated from Chiskol's old
Mm,
uh from his old second kingdom.
yeah.
They came here to start fresh. I ended up coming with because I'm like, okay, at this point, I need to find like I was one of the main I was one of the only garrisons at the time at 1833.
Uh-huh.
And I actually even had to start a second account that was fully archer focused. And I
Oh.
got a mandatory Artemisia on that account because it was something we didn't have in the kingdom. And
Uh-huh.
I at that point I was like, okay, I can't just keep on playing this game where I'm
Oh, of
self-zeroing
course.
every KVK. I need to do some
Yeah.
new.
You need to surround yourself with other high level players. That way, and I think that's one of the benefits of being in some of these like higher seeds is like, yeah, you're not like the whale where you're solely relied on. So yeah, I totally get that. So 4 years in 2293, 67.4 million deaths. Can you do me a favor and go to your autark so we can see highest kills, highest deaths?
Which
Okay.
of course is going to be a little uh yeah, the
64
overall
million. Yeah, 64 million kills, 6 million in a KVK. I think Mori's about the same too, and then 78 million healed. So you're not like a big field. Are you like big on field fighting? I think I asked this to my.
I will random in and I will go in and I'm like until the forts start being pressured, I'm one of those guys that'll go in, I'll cause the havoc, I'll try and delay stuff. I'll kill as many troops as I can. I'll Leroy Jenkins all the way to that hospital. I'm I am not a efficient fielder.
Mm-hmm.
I I basically am the way I field, which I'm trying to improve on, is I field like I pull the ball, I try and
Yeah.
make it so I go more objective fighting,
Mm-hmm.
where I'll pull people, I'll dive the ball, so more people follow me, then the
Yeah.
rest of the kingdom can go and push towards the objective, or just cause chaos.
Gotcha. Okay. And those players are needed. I mean, I've even at my smaller power level and not great gear, it comes with the mentality, right? And everyone's different in their play styles, but that's kind of been how I've played throughout my Rise of Kingdoms career as well. Is just, hey, let's get into the front of the ball. We need to push, and sometimes that doesn't work out too well because sometimes people don't follow
Yeah.
you, and you get wrecked. So, but it's something that like I would say more kingdom or first oriented players, it's the approach that they'll take. So,
Yeah.
okay, very nice. So, really good account so far. So I guess the juicy bits, which everyone really likes to see, is the commander pairings, gear, and all that stuff. So if we can go ahead and take a look at those.
Yeah, so I think then if we're going backwards, I believe my gear. Yeah, right now my gear is on Hera for city defense
Okay.
for just when I'm not using Trajan for Canyon. Or
Okay.
now that Canyon, I don't have to keep gear on Trajan, which I love. That's one of the other benefits Lilith has done in the past few years.
Yeah, a lot of good quality of life changes. So working our way up to the best set. How is this leadership set relatively new then?
This was my sixth set of
Okay.
gear. My seventh set was actually redoing my third infantry set. So I
Okay.
had originally 3 infantry sets. I dismantled one and I rebuilt it
Gotcha.
at this
Okay.
point.
Interesting.
So
So we
this is like 6.
Yeah, so I actually just did something very similar. I dismantled my 4th Cav set that I had, and I made a leadership. So seems everyone's kind of taking that approach, and as I've done this series, it has become more apparent that getting a leadership set is super important because it is so versatile.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. I run it with. I throw this on Philip to run with Ash or with ZL. Now that I don't use ZL really,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be switching over my 3rd Archer wedge set over to Echelon, so I could actually run that properly.
Okay. Wow. We are really getting deep into these commanders. This is the first time I've heard that ZL will not be partaking in a lineup, and it kind of is like a testament to like we've been hearing for the past, like, I would say 2 to 3 KVKs that Nevsky's been getting old, and as a Cav player that hurts my heart. But like now the first time I've heard that ZL is no longer probably going to be
well, yeah.
Go ahead.
I only run one Archer set
True.
unless I run out of troops.
Yes.
I guess is a better way to put it.
And that's QSH YSG, I would assume.
Or Shapur. Or QSH Shapur.
Oh, interesting.
Or is it Shajar?
Yeah.
The healer. Shajar.
Okay. So just that extra tank.
Extra tank, but also the buff for the healing for my other marches, which I run 2. I run either 2 or 3 like normal damage marches, so having that normal damage buff also helps.
Because you're an infantry focused player. I think I forgot to ask that before, but because I kind of knew and assumed.
Yeah.
So you're an infantry focused player, so you're running probably 1 arch, 2 pincer, and obviously we'll get into it, but and then a delta. So those are 3 of the normal damage. So does make sense. Make sense.
So actually, I am running 1 arch, 1 pincer, 1 wedge for infantry. I also have 1 echelon.
Okay.
And 1 hollow square. So I have like 1. Now hollow square and echelon are not top tier.
Mm-hmm.
They're serviceable.
Yes.
But I run 1-1-1. I actually run Attila. I have Attila with an arch set for normal damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
With 7.5 all damage already on that.
Ooh,
so
that's juicy. That is juicy. Okay, very nice. So leadership set. This is the 6th one. And then what do armaments look like for? I think you had hollow square on here, and this is just for city defense. The hollow square.
This is my city and my canyon. Like when I'm running 3 marches, like 3 to triple. Gotcha.
I think this is the most amount of like inscriptions I've seen on a formation so far.
I mean, they are all doubled. So.
Yeah. It looks kind of cool. I think it's my first time seeing one with all doubles. I like how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
That is one of the few things I have is a lot of doubles with no home for.
Gotcha. If they ever implement a system where you can trade or give away some armaments, you can send some my way, because I was just redoing mine and sitting down because, again, like, I'm getting a lot of inspiration to make my account better from doing the series. I only have I think I have 4 double inscriptions total, and they're all garbage. I'm like, I can't do anything with these.
I have so many that are also just wrong inscription for the type. So like I have a lot of double inscriptions that are skill damage based, but they're on arch. So it's like
honestly, I'm probably gonna leave this part in here. Lilith, like, please change that. That would be very nice if you can like remove the skill damage, like enhancing inscriptions from normal damage formations, and also please stop giving us V formation inscriptions in all the other formations. Like, it's ridiculous. We've had
I do not need more V. I have 1 V march that I will run with my leaderships that if we're at a river. But
we don't need more. Yeah, and like it's been what, a year and a half, 2 years that we've had formation system now. Like it's about time we optimize it a little bit. So just from me and also from Sasuke here, please hear us out on this request.
Yeah. So with the leadership, actually, I keep on passing up. This is my other that I would run if I was running leadership gear
Okay,
at the moment.
that's a pretty decent echelon set too. It's like a little side project in a way. And you said you're also going to be converting stuff over to make this echelon set better, right?
Well, I'm actually going to be converting this artisan or this archer set over to have, so if I'm running Philip
Oh,
and I'm
true,
throwing
true, true.
CL behind it, I can run it just straight archers.
Oh, so you're making your echelon have an archer setup and also an infantry setup.
Yes.
Very nice.
It probably won't work out as well as it could. I might throw Shajar behind that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mix up the names because they have too many names that are so similar.
Yeah,
at
no,
this point.
it's all good. Cool. I like, and this is another thing I like about this series too, is like it's cool to see like people's side projects. So like Ghost Rider has like really extravagant side projects. My buddy Seven also has some side projects which aren't so extravagant, and you also, it's really cool to see how people are like doing things on the side. And I think that's something for people to note, where you do want to have a focus on your main like goal for your account at the moment, whether that's bringing all your awakenings to level 2 or you've gotten to that point and you're doing special talents. But having a little side project for something that's like, you know, just building up naturally from all the stuff that you're accumulating is also nice to have too, because the next thing you know, if you're able to convert a bunch of things, now you have a set that's, you know, serviceable in a different way. So all right, so walk us through, I guess, set number 5.
That would probably be Cav 2.
Okay. All right. So standard cavalry set. Obviously, one of the things, again, we've learned through the series that like KVK gear can't be everywhere, even with some of the bigger players that we've seen. So the standard cavalry set, and then what do armaments look like on? So this is your second cavalry, you said?
This is second cavalry. Yeah.
Okay. And then armaments. Okay, steel skin.
And this is actually what I'm working on this KBK, is I will be replacing that pummeler.
Okay, and then that's the okay, with the autark one, I believe, right? And then do you have the rare for the butterfly? I think that is it causative. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, which having causative fit with an extra 3.5% health,
that's really nice.
It's gonna be hard for me to justify doing butterfly
right
away, because I have other. Of course, we get this luck.
Nice. More
would be.
Ooh, oh my god. So all right, so you have, I think there's how much damage? 4% damage on this with the extra 1.5. So you have 5.5% all damage on your Arthur.
So what I'm replacing with this is on my Attila at the moment, and it's also 2% all damage.
Jesus, must be
so
nice.
I'll have 6% plus the I'll have 8.5% all damage, 7% health.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And then I guess since we're on the topic, are you a big spender on armaments? Do you do like Mori, where it's like Imperial armaments like once a month whenever Alliance mobilization comes around?
For a while here, because I was doing Imperial armaments every week. I spent a little bit more on armaments.
Okay.
Right before I cut down my spending.
Gotcha.
And so now I actually I'll buy the armaments out of the VIP shop.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the crystals out of the VIP shop, and I'll do the 10 free or the 10 gem travel a day.
Gotcha. Okay. And then obviously as we kind of go through, we'll see more special inscriptions. So that'll give us a better idea too of which I'll ask again later, but how many special inscriptions came out of wish lists and how many came from pulls. But so far, I mean,
Yeah.
even for a second Cav set, even though the gear is like kind of base, the armaments are really good. And if Cav is going in the direction that it seems it's going, you're poised to have a very, very nice Delta setup in the future. So this looks really, really good.
Next highest set would probably be my archer set,
Okay.
which I just got this special inscription on the first craft right
Oh.
before this KVK.
Okay, very nice. And then I forgot to ask actually too, on your leadership set, did you crit weapon and I think it was chest on first craft?
Those were first craft, yeah. And then this
Very
I got
nice.
75% at my first attempt.
Very nice. Okay.
I've just been holding off because I've been upgrading other things.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So archer set looking pretty good so far. And a very nice special talent on that's the whale. That's the whale luck right there. And then
it is not, trust me.
yeah, I know.
Craft actually I have these two just
Oh, nice.
to add to only ever crit 5 of my gear
Okay.
first crit.
All right, it makes me feel better. I'm close to you. I think I'm at 3 right now, and I've only done like what the 40, whatever it takes for your 6. I think 48 for
Yeah.
40, around 50. So I'm about 3 for 50, and I'm assuming yours is a little bit more. So I feel a little bit better about myself. Okay,
I have gotten lucky on what I've crit.
true, which is huge. Yeah, which is huge.
Yes.
Because like even like the leadership weapon, like I just crit that as well on my first craft as well, and I'm like, you know what, it's my 6th set, but dude, I'll take a special talent first craft on a weapon any day. I don't care what weapon it is because the weapons are expensive. So and especially like here with your pendant, like God forbid, like no one really wants to go and make 4 of those pendants just for a QSH march. So
Right.
there is a different kind of luck on what you do crit as well. Okay, very nice. And then armaments for your archers.
This is what I'm running.
Okay.
What I actually did was I could have either got seal skin last KVK or balance for this. I chose to go with assertive because QSH doesn't really run with balanced.
Yeah. Did you know that? Well, I guess we did have QSH last KVK, so you knew about the balance thingy prior to.
So yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I actually just got the ability to. I've had the 8th shop since last KVK, mid KVK. I just didn't want. I wanted to make sure I waited because I didn't have QSH until the very end of that KVK last.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I almost went and got balanced, but Maury and Chad actually talked me into holding off, and I'm glad they did.
Yeah. That is a huge move because I mean it saves you essentially like what? Saves you like $100 from having to convert. It's probably actually a little bit more, but saves you some money.
The biggest thing is this. I have never re-rolled the stat. It was a 3-5, 3-4, 3-4. I want to say it was the inscription on it was it deals 50% damage, or it deals extra damage if the troop capacity is below 50%.
Okay.
This was a natural armament I got.
Wow.
Exactly like
and
I just switched it to assertive, and honestly, that is how this one was as well. Straight.
Jesus.
That was a straight pull.
I need some. I mean, I do have some of these that are like that. But like, yeah, I mean, you have quite a few bit more. So
I mean, yeah. Before I got Intrepid,
Hmm.
I had in the scroll the emblem and the flag 3-4, 3-4, 3-5. I think 3-3 was my lowest stat on any of those 6 slots.
Wow.
Like it was nearly 12,
Just
13% of each stat.
just straight off the rip, like no no
Yeah,
transmuting, no nothing.
no.
Wow.
It took me forever to get this.
Ah, okay.
No.
All right. Good archer armaments, and things are only going to ramp up from here because now we're going to get into some of the juicy bits.
Let's go with this one first. This has my better gear, worse armaments.
Okay.
At the moment.
And then would you say this is 3rd infantry march or third infantry set? Okay.
Mainly because I went and crafted 2 of the KVK helmets, not thinking.
Okay.
So I crafted 2, and now I just have 1 that's stuck on Guan Yu that will not be seeing upgrades for a while.
Yep. Kind of with you on that as well. I mean, I luckily, that was one of my other recent talent and crits was Pride of the Khan helm, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I got lucky enough that it did special talent. But the awakenings aren't going to go anywhere anytime soon, so yeah. Almost all special talent on this. Okay, very nice. And then a special talent ring, which tells me that you probably have another one hiding in the wake.
This is actually my top one.
Oh, okay.
So I forgot. I run this on this set, but it is also a flex. This armament is the flex.
Oh, okay. All right, so yeah, I guess we could take a look at the armaments.
This is my wedge infantry.
That's really solid as well. And if infantry skill eventually will probably fade into the dust, this is a good set that you're going to be able to convert over to something.
Yeah. But at the same time,
mm-hmm.
Guan with his silence, unless they bring something that completely nukes his silence out of Canyon.
True.
I think it'll always be useful.
That is very true. Good point. Okay.
The only thing I am upset on is that 3-4 march speed. I would much rather have attack than march speed, even though attack is one of the easiest stats to get.
Okay, so infantry flex set, and I would say even too that the armaments are pretty good also. So if that's what you said, better gear, worse armaments, I'm curious to see what your other armaments look like now.
So next would be this set.
Okay.
Which just got some moving around as well. So this is just straight full.
Is that
Eternal Empire?
Interesting. Okay, so this is the opting for much more attack than 48% to 31%. Okay, I'm gonna note that because I'm curious. What is the stat spread on Guan then?
Guan is probably not the best one to look at because it's completely broken. Set. This is basically what's been left over.
Yeah.
But it's 26 to 68. You're probably better off looking at the top set.
No, yeah, but I'm just curious because especially with the changes in Crystal Tech, like when I look at the Bai Chi set that you have on, and even though it's like the straight infantry set, if you could pull up the stats again, like 48% to 31% with the changes that we've gotten recently, honestly doesn't sound that bad.
No. And I'm also running the 20% infantry city skin.
Yeah. So like this Bai Chi march must slap for you. Like that's a lot of attack to be putting out there. That's so interesting. Huh. Okay, something I'm gonna ponder on the side here, but go ahead. You can go on to the armaments. Oh, hello. First full set, all special inscription. Okay. Now, okay, so walk us through the special inscription process on this, where a lot of pulls, some wish lists. Obviously, one of them is going to be from KVK. How did this come to be kind of like get put together?
So this one actually was my arch. The first SOC I was in where you got the Altark, you got the special inscription. I got Demolisher, or I think that's the one for
Yeah.
Arch.
Mm-hmm.
I got that instantly, put it on here. Before anyone came out with the videos, it's trash, don't use it. Never use it.
Yeah.
So I had this one sitting off on the side for the last 2 years, not doing anything. Which sucks, because, I mean, it's pretty great stats.
Mm-hmm.
But, so this one was KVK. This was the shop. I think I bought all of my flags have been out of the shop with special inscription.
Okay. And then was that a straight pull on the stat spread?
This one,
Or was
yes,
there
yeah. So
wow.
I had the 3.4, the 2, the 2.5.
And then the 2% all damage. Very nice.
Yeah. I have quite a few 2% all damages.
Okay. You're like excited to see those. And then
this one was my first. This one was a wish list that I actually got from Hollow Square.
okay.
Because I was pulling Hollow Square for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Back before everything came out new. Because I always thought, oh, maybe I'll do a Hollow Square rally.
Yeah, which was definitely like a thing back then for sure. Before we started getting like the formation editions, like Hollow Square was, you know, the like I would say
that's pretty useful.
Yeah, it was Wedge, Arch, and then Hollow Square was like the lineup of like formations back before we got all the new editions.
I want to say I started at 4 out of 10 and I pulled it on 6 out of 10.
Okay, nice. Lilith was a little gracious with you.
Well, lucky there.
Yeah.
So got that one. And then this one, I actually just recently. No, this one I actually changed.
Okay.
This came from my top set.
Oh, interesting. From your arch set, your top arch set then.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I had originally had this on a wedge because I had pulled 2 wedge before they introduced the pity system.
Yeah.
I still have the 2 conversion. Or actually, no, I pulled 3 special inscriptions before they introduced the pity.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 3 of the changing.
Okay.
3 of the where I could change it to whatever slot I wanted.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn, pulling 3 before pity is like that's I don't.
Yes.
I've never pulled one. I will never pull one. I barely pull rares, so like to pull 3 before that is like that's saying a lot. And then will you use this formation for? Do you do rallies at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I have Attila. I have Subutai for these change artifacts. So I'll do SA Attila, SA Subutai with this set, with this armament.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Setup.
Yeah, because the pincer's not really known for the garrisons because you want the normal damage for counterattack damage purposes.
So we do we do also run this. That's one of the reasons I have Arch and Pincer as well. We do run if you're running Gorgo Toku.
Yeah, true. Okay, yes, that is fair. Which those I mean, if you're just like 1v1ing on that, like those Gorgo Tokus are relatively hard to crack. So that does make sense too. Okay, so this is second best infantry, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the Pincer is probably up near the top.
Gotcha.
Again, at that point, it's micro optimization.
Yeah.
And you'll see how that is in a little bit here. So up next, this is my top Cav set.
Okay. Full special talent. And then one thing I like to ask on this for people and for myself, was this special talent before Awakening System came out?
No.
Okay,
So the only set I can truly say that on would have been my infantry.
okay, gotcha. So Awakening System came out, and then you kind of just slowly were able to kind of piece the special talents together on your Cav. Mm-hmm.
This set is actually one of the newest.
Oh,
I will say, because I only started this 2 KVKs ago, and I got the insta crit.
Oh, must be nice. I've crafted 3 Sacred Dominions so far for my Cav marches, and I haven't gotten 1 special talent on. So, okay, very nice, very nice. That's that. So that was kind of like, oh, okay, I got special talent on the weapon. Let's start putting together the set for it. Then you might as well, kind of thought process.
So I just switched out. It was the weapon and helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that weapon and helmet is on my second set.
Yeah,
I had epic ones on my second set for a longest time.
Okay. So Cavs all around, just getting a relative recent buff on your account. Gotcha. And then go ahead.
I actually so this used prior to last KVK, this was all 1-1-1. I gambled on the helmet, and it took 2 crafts with the blueprint.
Okay.
I got 75%, and then my second blueprint went to.
Wait, this entire set was not special talent before last KVK?
No, so these 2 pieces.
Were
not.
And then
last KVK, I got these pieces to where they are.
Gotcha.
So I got the special talent based because of last KVK. I got this to level 3 last KVK.
Okay, gotcha. And then Awakening levels, this was all just a base Awakening set, like all level 1s on the iconic tiers.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of it goes to show how spending can really accelerate the Awakening systems here, guys. And then armaments for best wedge or best Cav, I should. Ooh. Very nice Cav set on armaments. So one thing I've noticed is that the gear, I would say, not as many special talents as I was expecting, but a lot of special inscriptions. And I guess that's more of, because you did say when armaments kind of came out, kind of leading up to just this past 5 months where you've kind of slowed down a little bit, but you were really aggressive on armaments. And I guess that's kind of why we can see, because I think this is the second set full special inscription, and obviously your best set is going to be another set of full special inscription. So that's no joke. So would that be fair to say that you invested a little bit more into armaments as opposed to in gear?
Yes, and it mainly falls back to the point that I'm a main garrison. I am a main garrison.
Mm-hmm.
My gear was already. My 1 set was already good. I needed my armament set to catch up to my gear.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see where you're going with this. So what I see where you're going with this. So we're going to see some really cracked out armaments, I'm assuming. So, okay. But on this Cav one, okay, very nice. So, obviously you have the KVK piece and then some of the shop pieces. Any instant pulls from this, or were these just from all the shops and then kind of wish lists?
Shop. The Intrepid on this one was a transfer from Unstoppable.
Okay.
That was the one transfer I did. I transferred Unstoppable to Emblem. Or actually, no, not on this one. Sorry, wrong gear.
Well, good.
Everything was wish list.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, all right. One thing I'm also learning too is there aren't a lot of just straight up pulls on special inscriptions. The dirty Lilith. Now I know why they implemented this wishlist system, because guys such as yourself are probably pulling all these legendary armaments. You're like, dude, we're not. I mean, I think you said you pulled 3 of them, which is amazing. but like still, for as many legendaries as I'm assuming you've opened, you're probably like, what the fuck, man? Why I should be pulling more. So okay.
I have been hit with like my last one took me all the way to 9 out of 10 pity to get.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, that's brutal. And then on wish list, it's whenever you get a rare, right? It'll populate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I have quite a few rare
Yeah.
that are just chilling in the ether.
Interesting. Well, hey, maybe another side project, Tercio set. You know, the Tercio, even the rare Tercios are pretty good. I will say.
The Tercio would end up probably being my Hollow Square set transferred over, but
yeah,
with it costing so much for the conversion, and I kind of just wiped out my conversion.
True.
Stockpile.
Yeah, one day. I'm very like keen to making a Tercio because as I was just like, I have some notes here too. As I was looking at all my armaments and what to convert over, I'm like looking at the Tercio rares and I'm like, these ones are pretty good too. So I'm very.
That's all my rare. These are just rare inscriptions
for Wedge. Wow.
Wedge.
Oh, and for the horn.
Just horn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man. Okay. Very nice armament flex. And then I guess let's check out the best set here. So obviously I'm assuming everything all 5 as it should be.
Besides the boot. Again, boot.
Yeah, besides the boot. And then so Mori mentioned something where he'll actually take the those standard infantry pants, I can't remember the name, and he'll swap those over on occasion for certain instances. Will you do the same in those?
I do the ring, so I switch out ring and book.
Oh, okay.
I prefer having the full stat swap because more often than not, it ends up being mixed garrison.
True.
Even if you mean it to be one troop, it'll always be mixed.
That's fair. Yeah. When you're like, quote unquote panic filling, you're filling with anything. So that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Okay. So a kind of as to be expected from a Garrison set. And then I guess let's take a look at the armaments, which you're kind of been teasing us on. 3 special. Okay. And then obviously we're leaving destructive off because, was it destructive? The first slot. We're leaving the first slot off because it's kind of poo-poo. Okay. And then I guess what do the so you have doubles on 3 of them.
I just got this.
Okay. And then armored is 3.5% defense, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And then what do the other doubles have on them?
So that is pulverizer.
Oh, yes. This one's good. Yes.
And bellicose.
Bellicose is good. Oh, yeah. That honestly, like, obviously not
it's
a special.
It's better than destructive.
Yes. Yeah. I would say not obviously, like, if you put it on a tier, like, not better than a standard special inscription, but for the one that destructive, it's definitely better. So okay, very nice. And then are you going to attempt to reroll for more damage, or are you happy with where the health is right now, and are you focusing on health?
I prefer health. I mean, so this used to be a robust. I had a robust before I got this double inscription. Okay. I prefer the health. The all damage is just I already put over 300 crystal in this just to get this.
Oh, geez,
at
true.
This point.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
Like,
you're kind of
keep the 1.6.
Yeah, you're kind of fatigued from trying from the go for the rerolls. And which obviously I think makes sense too, because I know like Mori. I think Mori also said he prefers health on his garrisons because you essentially like. You one of your main missions, or if not the main mission, is you want the garrison to survive as long as possible, and then you on the side want to deal as much damage to your enemies as possible. But I think keeping the garrison alive, having as much health as possible, is probably a little bit more important. So, but again, to each their own. Every kingdom, every player is going to have their own strategy. I don't think there's really a right or wrong way to approach it. But makes sense if you get fatigued, it's best to move on after that.
Yeah, and I actually got that off of I was like 30 away from pity for 7 out of 10, and got that off Daily Travels. This came out of the Daily Travels. It was a blue one that converted to this.
All right, very very nice top end set. And is there anything else that's like maybe you don't have equipped or like armament wise?
I do. I know it says Gorgo Arc, but this is just like backup arch set.
Okay, which may or not be at some point able to transition over into something as we get more infantry commanders with pincer, which I think is obviously the direction that the game is going. So this is almost like a standby conversion set.
Yeah, I feel though I would always still run one arch, one pincer, because just that the damage.
Yeah, I honestly I don't think you can go wrong with either, with the way that they made it. And also too, arch is like in a way like becoming super versatile, because like again, like I mean it'll work with combo attack damage commanders, and we don't have enough combo attack damage commanders to see really if arch would work with those guys too. So right. You never know.
This is again just another random. I think I throw this on my Ragnar if I ever run it Ragnar out primary.
Okay. So you have
13%.
You have plenty of options, which is nice in a game where the meta is constantly shifting and evolving, and there's the Attila armaments here, which that is probably devastating on counter rallies with the all damage. That thing
actually, I just dropped. It was at 7.8%.
Oh,
I actually just dropped it to put steel skin here.
Oh, true,
this 2%
true.
Used to be on.
Gotcha.
Until March.
So if that Cav one ever gets some special inscriptions on it, that's going to be a very painful counter rally for with an Attila on there, or a very nice city rally as well. So,
yes.
Wow. Yeah. So a lot of options, really good to have in a game where the meta seems like it is kind of ever shifting and evolving on us. So I think it's good to have those, very good to have those options. So, very nice. I mean, it's really good whale set. Really, I think again, from a captain perspective, we're kind of seeing, your top end is always going to be, as it should be, all level 5. You're going to have your special inscriptions, and then as you kind of work your way down, the sets start to not diminish in value, but you want to make sure you want to kind of go in with a min-max approach. I like it. I like how again there's a little bit of a different approach for each of these accounts, where the approach that you've taken is a little bit more armament heavy compared to the gear side, which is nice, because I feel like armaments are harder to get, and now where I think your armaments are in a good place, and it kind of makes sense where you said you kind of slowed down on the armament spending, and now a little bit more of that focus is going to kind of shift back over to the gear. So again, different approaches, different takes. People have different styles of building their accounts. So very, very nice. All right, so really, really nice account. Again, Sasuke, thank you for taking the time. We're gonna end this up with some rapid fire questions. No right or wrong answers, just a little bit of a to make the common folk like myself feel more relatable to the whales. It makes it more relatable to the whales. So again, no right or wrong answer. First one I'll throw out. Favorite music artist?
Oh, now you got me. It's been a while since I've listened to music, honestly.
Well, okay, so interestingly enough, I mentioned I just interviewed Seven from 1093. He is also not a big music guy, so I can.
used to be a lot more into music when I was in band in high school and college,
Okay, who is your favorite
and I
artist?
worked in theater.
Okay, who is your favorite artist back then?
I want to say for a while it was Eminem for the longest time. The
I
most
like
recent
it.
the most recent concert I saw was The Who, though,
Okay. Oh, nice.
on their farewell tour,
That was probably a
which was
sick concert. All right, next question. Favorite anime?
I really liked Demon Slayer
Okay.
was really good. What was the other one I just finished? I watched way too much anime.
No, you're good. You're good. I like me and Maury talked like maybe like 10, 15 minutes before we even started about anime. So solo leveling.
Solo leveling, that I kind of prefer like those action style, like
Hmm.
I'll watch like I watched Rising of the Shield Hero. That was
That's another
again
good
one of
one.
those ones where I watched I liked the action
Yeah.
more so than the plot.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then lastly for you, Sasuke, or actually second to last because I do have one more. Favorite pizza topping?
Pizza topping.
Don't
It
say
has to
pineapple.
be. Oh, hey, I'm a Chicagoan,
Okay.
so we could have a whole another hour-long discussion on pizza and all that. If I'm doing if I'm getting pizza, the one thing has to be on it is garlic. You
Ooh,
can't have a good
okay.
pizza without garlic.
You know what? I agree with that. I agree with that.
So in a deep dish, I will always do spinach, mushroom, and will sometimes do black olive. I've lately been skipping out on black olive because I've found more places have started to just it almost ladle out like the brine and the olive.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's no bueno. Yeah, that's not good. But I respect it. I respect the garlic pick. I really do. As a fellow I guess like Pizza Hub uh native, being from New Jersey, 100% respect the garlic pick. And then lastly, as we close this out, any words of advice for the community out there for Rise of Kingdoms when it comes to building an account, kind of the approach, anything you got for the community?
Honestly, my biggest takeaway, and it's something I wish someone would have told me when I first started. If you're watching people on YouTube that do this for a living, don't base your accounts on their account. It is it is impossible to even think you can be on, or it's not impossible. You will be spending too much money
Yeah.
on it, on this game to try and catch up to people.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That
And I think Hunter has said it in the very first wheel account review I did is, you know, go at your kind of what you're saying is like go at your own pace. Like don't compare yourself to others because there is a level of burnout that you can get from spending as well. And obviously like, you know, be financially responsible about that too because you could get blinded by the chase and next thing you know you're not doing so hot. So and then one of the big quotes that I picked up on that I like to implement in my life now is comparison is the thief of joy, and I think that kind of fits right in with that that recommendation that you had there. So from that, Sasuke from 2293, again, thank you so much for taking the time. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.